Yo, chat, we're back with PTB 9.5.0 here in Dead by Daylight. Just came out hours ago today on the 24th of February 2026. Today we're going to go over the changes for the killer, the Trickster. I've got him up here. You can pause and read this if you want. Here is his main power is Showstopper, special ability, Blade Throw, special effect, Laceration, special ability, style points and style ranks, which is kind of the new change. Special condition / ability, S rank, and main event, and that's the other change here. Actually, that's a really broad way of saying it. They actually changed quite a bit. I'll just read everything I got here in front of me. So summary, the Trickster now gains style points by throwing blades, injuring survivors, and performing distinct gameplay actions back to back. The Trickster goes up in style ranks by earning style points. Each style rank improves the Trickster's blade throw and locker restocking speed. Main event can now only be activated once, reaching the highest style rank. Style points and style ranks are tracked via a new user interface element custom made for the Trickster. The base kit changes are as follows. Movement speed decreased from 4.4 to 4.6 meters. Blade count decreased to 36. Was 44, so that's gonna hurt. I can get over the movement speed. Decrease terror radius to 24. Was 32 meters. That's nice. Decrease time to enter throw state to 0.3 seconds. Was 0.35. Nice, but probably not too noticeable. Decreased time to exit throw state to 1.15. Was 1.25. Okay. Nice, I guess. Increased time between blade throws to 0.33. Was 0.3. Okay. Decreased base throw state movement speed to 3.68. Was 3.86. Darn. After 8 consecutive throws, throw state movement speed is decreased to 3.53. After 16, it's decreased to 3.16. Blade throw rate per blade thrown is increased after 8 consecutive throws by 50%, after 16 by 100%. We still got a ways to go here. Stay with me or skip ahead probably by like 3 minutes. Laceration. Laceration now only counted using whole numbers, previously decayed into decimals. Laceration meter decreased to 6. Was 8. Laceration meter decay delay decreased to 12 seconds. Was 15. Increase laceration stack decay time to 3 seconds. Was 2 seconds. Laceration visual feedback updated, now displayed on the survivor directly for both survivors and killer. Laceration cuts removed from survivor's user interface. Style points. The Trickster performing combo actions generates style points. A combo action is triggered when 2 back-to-back gameplay actions are distinct. The following actions generate 1 style point. Hitting a survivor with the blade, first hit only. Injuring a survivor from laceration or basic attack. Hooking a survivor. Basic breaking a downed pallet. Basic breaking a breakable wall. Damaging a generator. Snuffing a boon totem. I could see weaving in breakable walls and downed pallets to keep the combos going. So keep an eye on those breakable walls, everybody. My playstyle, I usually break a pallet as soon as it's dropped. The following actions generate 2 style points. Hitting a survivor with 4 blades from at least 4 meters without missing or exiting the throw state. Hitting a survivor with a blade from more than 16 meters. Interrupting a survivor. The following actions generate 3 points. Hitting a survivor with a blade through small gaps. Cool. That definitely is the definition of style and finesse. I love it. Okay, style ranks. There are 6 style ranks: E, D, C, B, A, and S. They're putting us through the ringer with that. I would like to see less. Style ranks each have their respective bonus, maximum throw rate, and locker restocking speed modifiers. High bonuses at higher ranks require more style points to reach. Higher style ranks feature progressively shorter combo timers. Ranks regress to previous in order if combo timer ever lapses. Earning style points refreshes the current style rank's combo timer. Style rank combo timers are paused while the trickster is performing interactions with survivors or interactable objects. S rank. When reaching S rank, survivors within 44 meters are revealed via Killer Instinct for 4.4 seconds. All survivors are notified across the trial. While in S rank, the trickster gains a 44-meter terror radius. Lullaby is disabled. Laceration meters decay 50% slower. Blade throw and locker restock speeds increased to maximum. Main event can be activated. S rank has a 66-second combo timer. S rank cannot be paused or refreshed. S rank always reverts to E rank via timer or once main event ends. Main event, press the secondary ability button to activate main event. Main event lasts 8 seconds, was previously 6. The trickster throws blades at 1.67x the default blade throw speed. Not affected by consecutive blade throw and style rank blade throw modifiers. Survivors near the trickster are notified. While performing main event, S rank timer is paused. Each blade hitting survivor awards with style point bonuses. The trickster can cancel main event via the secondary ability button. When the event ends, the trickster's power goes on a cooldown for 4 seconds. S rank resets to E. The trickster goes up in style ranks over time based on bonus style points earned during main event. There's a bunch of add-on changes. Memento blades displays a reticle while aiming with blades. Trick pouch increases maximum carried blades by 4. Killing part cords, infernal wires, G wounds, autograph, lucky blades, etc., etc. I'm not going to dive into the add-on changes, but if you want to look at them, just look in the game. Nothing too crazy there. The main kit is what I wanted to talk about, and the ranking system and main event changes. What a very applicable lobby. Quans and Lee. How ideal. I haven't seen many people play the Trickster skin I have, so I hope to give them a treat by showing them this, since it was a bit of a bear to unlock with the Rift Pass. But I'm sure it'll be for sale eventually. I do appreciate Dead by Daylight for being one of the few games that has a pass that doesn't require you to sacrifice your firstborn child, a few limbs, and all your free time. You can finish the main 70 levels and then the 30 bonus levels basically through your 1 or 2 daily games to do all your daily challenges. And if you're pretty good at it, you can get it all done within 1 game. So you can see we are E rank. I'll go over my perks eventually. Ooh, what? What? It's a bit of an upset. There's the basement. Okay. Still gotta learn my directions here. And that is what I was afraid of. I don't want them to get the generators done. So we have 1, 2, 3 over here, 4, 5. They can do those ones. I won't care. And I guess I'd probably want... Man, that probably would have been the 3 gen right there. Still learning the map, huh? If you're watching this, be forgiving. This is my first time playing this map as a killer. Not sure why I did that. I thought I could enter the blade state a little bit quicker. These guys are spreading me thin. I probably should have mained a vented right there, but really no one was too near me. Can we get him in the basement? Ah! Oof. There's not a distinctly advantageous 3 gen here. Let's see here. He seems a little sluggish. Maybe it's just me not knowing the map. I don't know, but let's go check out the other gens. Still in love with the map, but you definitely got to lock in if you're doing killer activities. And I'm not going to act like I'm that locked in right now. We kind of have a 3-gen situation, not in the most ideal of ways. They're not too far, but the first and third ones, the farthest apart ones, I'll word it that way, are farther apart than I would like. Mm-hmm. Lady, I will put Lightborn right back on this build if you don't stop fucking around. They don't seem to be aware of the other generator. So let's just go over my perks quick. A lot of my main base ones are here. Nothing too crazy though. I thought I saw it moving. I wasn't sure. Rats! I was afraid they'd get that. Oh, my mic fell. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this could be a little bit better. He just doesn't seem aggressive anymore. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of it. I haven't played him in a minute. You really see the depth of the map when you can just stare on either end and see the end gates. I kind of enjoy that. Certainly not ideal to not get any kills. Kind of annoyed I couldn't pick him up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go try to find the hatch. I kind of want to familiarize myself with where it might kind of appear. And a beat is infectious. Infectious. No hatch. That wasn't too bad. What? Interesting commentary. I'll load up another game. You know, maybe I just need better perks. I guess I really don't know if that's the issue or what. I didn't really get much use out of this perk, so I'm probably going to switch it with Lightborn. See, this usually helps a lot, but I wasn't even able to pick anyone up. So again, you know, it doesn't seem like a big difference here, but if we're gonna be struggling to get kills, I mean, right off the bat, that's a big difference. In the Halloween event, dude, I was just mercilessly destroying entire lobbies. So I don't know. Let's play another game. Let's see what happens. We can go from there. You know, maybe my skin is super easy to see. Maybe it's just because we don't have any things to really add on here. It definitely hurts us. I'll switch to the dark variant. That might blend us into the shadows more. Other than that, let me know what you think in the chat. Maybe I'm just bad at playing Trickster. That's always a reality that I will have to accept. Some people are theorizing that part of this rework was just to help encourage people to play him and buy the new skin. I don't know. There's a legendary premium skin. I do not know. I guess I didn't look into that too closely. Other people saying that him being brought down to a 4.4 killer instead of 4.6 is going to be the end of him using the Trickster at all, which I could see that. The speed difference is noticeable. Let's dive into it. You know, I wouldn't complain if I actually got a single hook, but not getting any is pretty crazy. So there's two gens pretty close to each other here. I just want to find my 3 closest gens and guard those, you know what I mean? I think they'd be these 3. No way, the basement's right here. That's crazy. I'm straight up just gonna guard these 3 generators. I think having a slightly better read of the map will help me compared to that first game. Again, first ever game as a killer on this map. I'm hoping to do y'all proud with this game, but who knows? All the food stands are making me hungry. Maybe it's just the weed. Maybe I've got the munchies. Probably a combination of environment and everything else. I'm not gonna let myself get too distracted. The other 3 gen strong point would be this one, but this is tucked so far back here that it's not entirely worth me doing or stressing about. I think I'm gonna stick to 1, 2, and 3 and call it a day. That's really about it. Little sound effects for going up and down ranks are kind of nice, I guess. Certainly not make or break in any way. I know the map slightly better, so hopefully we can get some mind games going on. Really toy with them. No touch. No touch, please. Yeah, I get it, but I know it's upsetting that you went down a rank. It does seem kind of fitting for his backstory, his character, who he is. Hex, what is grass? Oh gosh. I can actually monitor all four pretty decently. Come on, buddy. So then I can just pop back here every once in a while. Ooh. That's deadly. Lock it right here to stock up. Mm-hmm. Come on. Come on, you know you have to die. Well, that was a dick move. Well, I'll remember that. I will remember that. And you know what? It's all about the long game. Let's get some more blades. Perfect. Now we have a proper 3-gen. This is when things get serious, when things get fun, and things fall apart for them. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Interesting use of a pallet. At this point, I think we just gotta keep moving on all of them. A lot of back and forth, but we'll get it done. We just got to keep the pressure on. I think they'll start cracking more. We're locked out of that. I need more ammo. I mean, they're staying on top of healing each other and everything else. So, I mean, they're not necessarily doing bad. If I can just get one kill, I think we'll be fine. I got it. Are you able to unhook yourself? Oh, I want one of you to at least die. I think I've been too easy on him. You're taking his spot. This was a pretty entertaining game. That was fun. Well, I still am not entirely happy with the nerf they basically gave my boy here. I don't think I'll be playing him anytime soon because of that. You know, we couldn't even get one hook for 2 games. And, you know, the first game was pretty excusable just because it was my first game on the map as a killer, sure. The second game we played a little bit more aggressive. I'll do a third game just because I think we've got a little bit more familiarity with the map. And also that was clearly a 4-man group with comms, because those guys were all communicating with each other, which is to be expected when it comes to Steam and PC gamers. So, you know, sweaty killers are going up against sweaty survivors. I've never seen it any other way when it comes to PTBs. But that's probably the best group of people, best demographic of people to get your data from when it comes to a PTB anyways, is the people that are on PCs, that are probably a little bit sweatier with it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, and obviously there's sweaty people that play consoles as well. But I'd say there's more people in comms and groups on PC. And maybe an older demographic too that might be able to give better criticism and feedback. Just saying. Who knows? Maybe I'm making a bunch of baseless generalizations. Let me know in the comments. Okay. Well, there's been 2 games. Let me know what you think of them so far. I'm looking forward to the third one. You know, I'll play a third game as him, but maybe I should play a game as a different killer and then see how this works. You know what I mean? Because now I'm curious about just the map. 3 games as Trickster will let me know if they really nerfed him. So far it definitely feels like they nerfed him a good bit here. I'm not able to get much done at all. And if I can't even do that on the map for Trickster, I think that's a little concerning, to say the least. I wouldn't think I'm a bad Trickster, but maybe I am. Who knows? I could turn my monitor crosshair on, but you'd think we'd just get a crosshair. It'd be kind of nice. Don't forget to drink water. I'll see what we can do here. Again, we're going to identify the 3-gen cluster of the map and guard it religiously. And then from there on out, we will hopefully get a few kills. There's 2 gens here. The 2 there are always there, and we got a 3rd right there. Oh man, this is a nasty 3 gen. Nasty 4, honestly. Maybe even 5. On it. They seem pretty clustered. This, I see why they have a building here for that one. I liked having that one there though. That was on that, right behind that car was nice. That one back there maybe is too far out of the way. They really do a good job at blocking direct line of sights to multiple at a time. Yeah, I got 2 here. Now I got 3. Should I do these 4? I won't do that or those 2 far ones. But I'll stick to these. We gotta stay on him as he's doing this over here now. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I mean, these 3 right here are crazy. I love the lights. Oh, another body. Love the plants. They really did a great job with this map. I'm really enjoying this. What? That was unexpected. Well, I'm just gonna sit here and camp this generator just so it goes down. This is one of the few I can't have them doing. I really wish I got to take advantage of that basement that was here in the last game. Really, really upsetting for me. But I will get over it. I need this to regress faster. It's nice I can just walk out and see the other 2. No, no, no. We gotta get a win somehow, right? Even if it's through unsavory means. Okay. It's okay by me. Someone wants my attention, but I'm not gonna give it to them. What do they want? That was a weird strategy. I'm a man of focus. You think I'm just gonna fly over to you for no reason? I'm not gonna entertain your games. No, no. I'm not coming at you. Go heal yourselves. Try harder. Do I just pop over to the 4th gen for fun? Oh, my allergies are kicking in. Oh, my mic just fell. Not sure what they're doing that's making all the explosions. We went down a rank. I'm guessing this team hall has comms as well. Love me an illusion. Yeah, I don't know. I think it says a lot that we're in a position to where we can't even get a single kill on the map that's meant for this killer. He feels too slow. The blade process feels too slow. I mean, everything about it feels really sluggish. I'm not very excited. Nah. Okay, so we got a single kill. How did he just jump over there? It doesn't make sense either. 3 games, 1 kill. We got better significantly after the first game. It seems like the map is pretty small after playing it a few times now as both Survivor and Killer, but I still like it. It's just people are going to realize really quick that the 3-gen is always going to involve that little hut by the one gate and the generator by the by the market. So far there's usually been 2 right there. So that 3-gen issue is almost always going to be in the market area. Okay, fine. Once you know that, that's kind of going to be every round though. So I don't know. I guess I'm left a little concerned because it might get grindy and repetitive after a while, but once it's in the mix of the other with the other maps, probably we'll see a different play, different unfolding of events, and it won't get so monotonous. Sure. Let's I can't spell. I'm missing something. What am I missing? What am I missing? That's it. Okay, so that's my thoughts on the Trickster and his rework and what people are already calling a nerf. Definitely feels like it. We're going to try again with a killer that I main more frequently, and see if we have similar results. I am curious to see what happens here. Let's make it look aesthetic. Other than that, that'll probably conclude most of my PTB content, and I'll be switching back to the main game. I really enjoy the map. I really enjoy the new survivor. I still like playing Trickster. I think he's just fun. I like his backstory, his perks, and his just kind of attitude. The narcissism's just entertaining. Not saying it's a positive trait. Probably not. Certainly not. But the map is so cool, and if it's an indication of what's to come in the future from behavior, I look forward to it. Can't wait to see a proper water-themed map, maybe like a lighthouse or something very HP Lovecraft-ish and Call of Cthulhu type beat. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the chat. Am I just bad at Trickster? Is he nerfed too much? It certainly is unusual for me to go 0-3 in games with Trickster. Never had that problem before. So, yeah. So it definitely does seem to me, as someone who's played him a good bit, that he has changed for the worse. Just my opinions. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they buff him a little bit. I think bringing him back to 4.6 would help a lot. And with that in mind, you could probably just keep the other changes. But he's notably less fun to play. I'm not enjoying it. But hey, maybe my opinion doesn't mean anything, considering all I do is play as a puppy through Dracula. You know what I mean? Certainly, I have played other killers. I have a solid collection of killers that are chilling. Do I even... Oh, I don't. Let's go with that. I didn't realize I didn't have those equipped. How silly of me. Shout out to my partner for picking up that plate earlier. She is the best. She made us, not from scratch, but the frosting was, some devil's food cake. But it was really good. Life hack. Make sure you keep an eye on the ingredients list of any boxed cookies and breads and waffles and muffin, all the mixes. Some of those brands, even the big name brands, are chock full of preservatives and just like anti-caking agents and a bunch of other weird bullshit that you don't need. What an intro. Okay, I'm excited. Let's walk around as a wolf. Already liking how the colors play off the fur. We're in a similar 3-gen as before. As always, there's one in the market. There's one in the shack. Cool. There's one over there. That seems pretty common for a spot. Then we got this one here and the one over there again. That almost always seems to appear. We already found someone. Had to cause some mayhem. I suppose I'll still focus on these 3 generators for now. I can't see a better line of sight that would give me a better advantage. These 2 back here are just so out of the loop that it's hard to justify them. No, I'm picking you up. You annoyed me. What do you want? I do like the hook designs in this map.
Don't be overdramatic.
They both blend in, but also look pretty menacing. So again, just keep an eye out for the gens. Are you trying to pet me, sir? Well, unfortunately for you, that is one of the ones I can't let be done. So is this. I mean, the problem then, too, is if they make people like the Trickster worse, that means you gotta play way more aggressive, which isn't fun for anyone. So there's a balance to be found, because if I have to camp everyone just to play and win as a killer, and by all means, that's what I'll do. Once this guy's out of the way, I think we're home stretching. Hey, I mean it. I'm playing to win. I mean, if we play aggressively as Puppy, it looks like we're gonna get somewhere. Yep. Most of these lobbies are mic'd up. You can just tell, bro, with the communications. I can keep this up forever. I mean, now the game is just stacked against me. I can't even damage this. Like, what does the game want me to do at this point? It's not very exciting. What the fuck? This lobby kind of sucks. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, the map, or what, but I'm kind of just not having fun. So I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I just feel like I'm stuck in one corner of the map the whole time, you know what I mean? Dumbass! Oh, there's a pimple on my nose. That's smart. I'm kind of getting burnt out, chat. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I have every right to just quit right now because they just body blocked me. If you have to body block, you're a loser. And you deserve for your family to disown you and your friends to never love you. I'm not sure how he pulled that off. That's upsetting. Probably gonna be a little pissed off about this one for a while. Yeah, these guys are cheating. Cheaters. I'm not going to play with people who have to resort to body blocking to winning. Okay, so at the end of the day, what really matters here, the map needs some work. It's almost a little too tight-knit. It's hard to get any mobility. And you know what? This probably is why it's been so long since the release of the Trickster to now where they've released this map, because they probably foresaw these exact issues. Ultimately, I do think there needs to be more work. I do think there needs to be more avenues of mobility here. As you can see, people can just kind of have bully squads. If all 3 or 4 people are mic'd up, you're pretty much just spread so thin that you don't have an ability to win. So I don't know. I'm going to be honest. Unless you get teams that are brand new to this map and not mic'd up, you're probably not winning. And that right there is the issue, is the game becomes too one-sided towards survivors if you are facing a group of people that just want to be dicks. It takes 2 to tango. My other thought is maybe there's another killer to try here. I just don't know who would be a good killer for this type of map. It's going to be an interesting map to see unfold and be adjusted with time. You know, I really do wonder who they envision on this map. We did 3 games as the Trickster. He didn't get anywhere. We tried the Dark Lord, and he really didn't get anywhere. I think it's just a tough map. I'll keep trying to play at it and see what I learn. But from an initial standpoint, which is all these videos are, just initial reactions, I think something needs to change, and I just don't know what. Like, the long straightaways and the dash killers in this map are going to have issues because it's not a straightaway like in a lot of regular maps where you're just going straight in a line. It's like a 2-lane straightaway with like those road dividers in between. So your dash from point A to point B doesn't really have much effect unless you just luck out and the killer stays in a straight line. You're going to be like, well, yeah, you'll luck out eventually. No, because what killer's going to stay moving in a straight line if they see a dash killer chasing them? You know what I mean? And that's where the map's strengths are. And as a survivor, that's where I have a lot of fun, is dip, ducking, and dodging and diving through the city, through the buildings, on and off the road. So yeah. As a survivor, I really enjoy this map. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I think you can really mess with the killers in a lot of ways. But it's going to be a punishing map as a killer unless you get survivors that have no clue what they're doing or no synergy. So, who knows? That was punishing. I'll hopefully record some wins for you later on. But as of now, I mean, that was just grueling and needlessly stressful. But hey, maybe I'm just burnt out. I did do this after I already did all my dailies in the main game. So I might try again after taking a bit of a break and seeing what we can learn and how our playstyle evolves for both the killer and the survivor. Ultimately, I do think some reworks need to happen. So I don't know. Like, the size, something about the size and the scale of this doesn't seem right, but I just lack the words. What I do know is there shouldn't be any reason to not get some kills. But hey, maybe I need to play an even sweatier killer. You know, Skull Merchant could be diabolical on this map. The Krasu could be pretty diabolical on this map. Houndmaster could be diabolical. Chucky could be diabolical. I could see Ghoul being diabolical. The Knight's always a pain in the butt. We'll see. Deathslinger, I could see not having any luck whatsoever on this map. You know, you play Blood Warden, Freddy, you could probably have a funny time with this with the 2 easily findable exit gates that are always in the same spot. So yeah, I don't know. The good news is though, is this map, all the changes have legs, and I think, you know, they're doing exactly what they need to do, putting out a player test build, getting feedback. And I'll just put it this way, as a Trickster main, there's no reason I should go 0-3. I think he just feels slower and sluggier, not in a good way. So that's my feedback here. At least bump him up to 4.6 again. I mean, just my 2 cents, like 4.6 max speed is nice. 4.4. Yeah, I don't know, man. Who else do I play frequently enough? Not really anyone anymore. Used to play demo. The music is beautiful. So I'm just kind of going through some of the killer stats just so you have a comparison of some of the base numbers here. There's a good comparison. Everyone loves hunters. Ah, my nose is congested. Ghostface could be interesting in this map. A lot of little lines of sights and little ways to hide. I do think the shape could also be interesting. So maybe I just have the wrong killer. I will say though, there's no reason the Trickster shouldn't win in his own map. So I don't know what's up there, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, this was my video about the Trickster reworks. Let me know what you think. Are you a Trickster main? Are you not? How do you feel about this? Why or why not? And again, am I just bad? Constructive criticism, keyword constructive, is welcome. If you make any obscene comments, I'll just delete them and ignore them. Like, share, sub. Let me know what you think. Peace.